Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey, welcome. So I figured out a horrible thing about this game.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it actually took a lot of wind out of my sails. I gotta be real, this is awful, and I'm kind of angry about it. So you remember how I had arguments where I had some real choice words about game design and how you shouldn't do certain things in game design?
Yeah, you got real mad when we had like 20 cutscenes in a row and then had a boss that we couldn't save before.
Yeah, so this is another one of... I'm sorry, I'm moving the mic around a little bit, but this is another one of those things where it's like, I'm really angry about game design.
Right.
So if we go into plan, right, and we look at most anything that's useful in here, right? So a lot of the stuff that we have been working towards are things like 100% escape, which takes magical reactors and action plays, or things like break damage limit, which takes lost game rings and 2 other items that we actually have, and stuff like that, right? So lost game rings and action plays may as well be the same thing, because lost game ring, which is an ornament, actually takes, when you look at it, magical reactor number 3, right? Mm-hmm. Magical reactor number 3 is something that you can only get out of Dong Kong Ruins if you have the enemies turned up, right?
Right.
So, on top of that, Dong Kong Ruins with the enemies turned up is how you get action plays. So that's the only place to get action plays and the other one, and it's just a huge mess, right? So Dong Kong Ruins, in order to get the thing where you maximize the monsters inside of it, it would typically be under plans, where you go over and then you go into Dong Kong Ruins, and it's like, oh, you can add the dungeon, and then you get the plans from talking to people who go, oh, here you go, you can get better monsters and better items.
Changes the items you get in the dungeon, yeah.
Yes. This particular dungeon, along with a lot of these other dungeons, if you do not build the dungeon fast enough, those events do not activate.
It has to be in the chapter you get it, right?
Those events activate in a very specific chapter for every dungeon. Meaning that we have the Dong Kong Ruins, but we got it too late. Chapter 4 is where they give you the option to get better monsters and better items.
And we're in Chapter 8.
We're in Chapter 8. There's no way to get better monsters in Dong Kong Ruins. Now, here's the other downside to this, right? The better monsters would have been what gave us Magical Reactor number 3, which is required for a lot in this game. One of the things it's required for is to add the dungeon that is Millennium Labyrinth. Millennium Labyrinth is part of a chain of dungeons that you can only get by picking up dungeons as items that are sitting in dungeons. So the only way... Well, let me put it this way, right? Millennium Labyrinth contains the Yukawa Ruins. The Yukawa Ruins is a dungeon that we could get that has a ton of items that we need for other dungeons and for items on top of that. But as you can see, we have the ability to add super enemies. We do not have the dungeon itself.
How that works, I don't know.
I have no idea. Somebody gave us the thing and not the other one.
Like, why did they give us the plan?
Because the requirement for this is to get last station 25% finished.
Oh, okay.
That's why they handed it
Weird.
to us. But we didn't have the actual option to get Yukawa Ruins. We still don't. And there's no way to get Yukawa Ruins except finding it in Millennium Labyrinth, which we have to have Dong Kong's super enemies on for. So there's a lot in this game that we are actively unable to do because of this.
And there's no reason to believe that you would have to get things in a certain chapter in order to trip the events for those plans.
Like, literally no reason for it to be in that specific order other than bad game design.
Like,
and I'm sorry, I really do like this game. I like this game, and so far this franchise has been very surprising, and I actually do enjoy it. This is garbage. That choice, that's trash. Why would you do that?
I am gonna guess that there was probably, like, some kind of switch, not literally a switch, but, like like a bit of code that they could have added to things where it's like, oh, it can activate here, it can activate here, it can activate here.
It would have been a whole system. Like, in order to actually do it, what they probably did was they said, okay, when something activates, like, maybe you're right, maybe it is like, I don't think it's a switch.
Well, I didn't get to finish my sentence.
Right. Go ahead, fine.
It's just like there was probably a spot in the database or whatever where they could have had, this can happen here, 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 and they forgot to put anything in except the one chapter.
No.
No?
No, I'm going to guess that they thought you should only have to have done it in that one chapter, and if you did it anywhere else, that's not correct and that you shouldn't be able to do that. I'm going to guess it was a chosen action. It had nothing to do with database stuff. What they should have done is they should have added in a flag that literally activated any time that you met the requirements, and then show up as, it's literally when you go in and you check the information. It's one of those. That's what it should have been, and that probably would have been significantly easier even than doing what they did. But what they did was literally flags by chapters, which is literally like they went in and said, at chapter 4, activate the flag for these events happening. And then you go in and you get it. But it's literally just in chapter 4.
That's what I said. They could have had it activate in the other chapters too.
No. Under those, like within that system, that wouldn't have been the way that it worked. They would have had to have gone in and done it individually for every single one, and they would not have wanted to do that. This was not something someone forgot. This was an intentional move.
I don't know. I'm willing to...
This was purposely done.
I'm willing to attribute things like that to laziness before malice.
I don't think it was malice. I think they thought that it was good game design without really stopping and wondering if what they were doing was a bad idea.
Well, neither of us can actually tell what the developers' motivations were.
I mean, they've also done the thing like you can't save before boss fights, but it will give you the entirety of the menu. They'll have boss fights one after another without healing. They'll do 2 hours of dialogue and a cutscene and then have a boss fight immediately after it that you can't save before.
Yeah.
Like all of that kind of stuff. I don't think it's malice. I think it's just the guys who made this game made a lot of really, really crummy mistakes that are actually really common in older RPGs. And this is not that old a game. I'm going to guess that it was just they didn't think it through. They didn't actually stop and think about the actions that they were taking.
I don't know, because I don't think anyone would think this was good game design when they do these things.
I think there are plenty of people who would mistake this as good game design, or mistake it as maybe not good, but not negative game design or anything.
Getting some plans done, by the way.
Yeah, I'm doing it in the background here.
Yeah.
But I think it's something that people wouldn't actively say, well, this is good and I like what I've done here. They'd look at it and say, well, this is exactly what should happen. Who cares? Who knows?
I don't know.
That's how it
sloppy.
strikes me, to be honest. It is sloppy. It's super sloppy. But I think it's more lazy than it is like
malicious.
Malicious, thank you.
We did figure out where to find invisible cloth, which is important for a bunch of the alternate colored outfits.
Yeah, only a handful. Here's the bad part, though. So if you go into the outfits, a lot of these ones down here, the weird little like swimsuits and stuff like that, which conceivably you could argue that this is like final armor in the game kind of items, require soluble cloth, and soluble cloth is only found on DS snowfields, which is a treasure that you can get off of. It's like Zeka Ruins 2, which is a treasure you get off of Yukawa, which is a treasure you get out of Millennium Labyrinth. So we'll never get it.
Yeah,
because we were
guys.
fucked out of Millennium Labyrinth. Because the only way to get in Millennium Labyrinth is to get items off of the increased enemies in Kong Ruin.
Yeah, so that's not happening.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
so we got absolutely fucked over.
In theory, because this game does have a New Game Plus, you wouldn't have a ruined file. We're not going to do the same game twice on screen.
That would be absolutely
no one would care.
Inexcusable. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't think that was okay.
There was a plan that I was really hoping you would show us. Is it in system? Oh, there it is.
The Birth of Uni?
Yeah. What the hell is that?
So somebody told us to do this one too in the comments, so we're gonna do it. Here's the plan that you all have been waiting for. Uni. For all you Uni fans and players alike, I hope you all take care of her well. Once the plan is active, please head to last station to greet her.
This is a character.
Yeah, I think we just picked up a character. We also got her, by the way, for it's 50% in Last Station, which is something that I was kind of avoiding for a while. Like, I didn't want to go that high.
Well, now we gotta try and get it in the others.
Choice. Yeah, now we gotta get the other ones, which is great because I think we're within spitting distance of the end of the game. So we're gonna have to go in and look at the shares there. We're gonna have to bring Planet Tune up to 50, Loey up 30, and then Lean Dots
and they
up to
can't
50.
all be up there. These
no, they
are
have to do
exclusive.
it once at a time.
Yeah,
or one at a time. My mistake. Yeah. So his store is talking now.
All right.
Noir?
Oh, it even gets voice.
Yeah.
Histoire? What's the matter?
So why are we
doesn't she
just?
get a picture?
There's someone I'd
I
like you
don't.
to
I
meet.
don't know.
Can you please come and see
Why
me?
are we just sitting in the junkyard though?
I don't know.
We're better than
I wonder
this.
who?
You think so, right?
Yeah. So it's literally just hey, here's a character.
Now
for
we're not
you.
in a junkyard.
And now Histoire has her picture.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, so I don't know if this is a DLC character or if this is a character who was originally in the game as just a thing you could pick up this way.
Well, this is a remake. Maybe she was from a different.
I mean, maybe.
Noir doesn't know either.
Or something? She is a younger sister.
Okay.
Younger sister?
Neat.
Really?
Oh my god, that's... Oh,
Whoa.
so... Wait a minute. I think I know what
All-
this is.
All of the goddesses are already sisters, though, right? Sort of.
Yeah, well, with your previous battle, your shares were inflated and a new goddess was born.
How does that work?
I guess if your shares go over 50%, another one pops out.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so she's just made of imagination.
Kind of.
But first,
Well, if you take shares to be like the amount of money, it's a second console. That's the PSP.
She does have that circle.
She's got the UMD drive thing on her chest. Yeah, that's totally the PSP.
Huh.
She even got like the little those are the circle buttons for the PSP. Like their face buttons were very particular in that they were black with LED lit like white circles on them. They were also really glossy. They were super nice buttons.
So, the four goddesses are sort of sisters because they were all spawned off of a prior goddess. But
Sort
then
of, yeah.
they all have characters that are spawned off of them, sort of, but those are still sisters, but not sisters to the other sisters?
I guess. The four main ones are sisters in that they were incarnations of a previous being, but then these ones are born out of the goodwill that the original ones did and are considered sisters via proxy, despite looking exactly like them. I mean, come on.
Was she born at this age with this outfit on?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
guess
mean,
anyway,
sure.
because Istra just literally said she was just born.
I think
You're already
Histoire's been
spooking
doing
her.
this on purpose, and she's just covering for it. Like, oh, this is the power of belief. Here, just take this kid. She's got an angle to this.
Noir learned Lichtschwarz. I don't know why everything's gotta be in German now.
I don't know.
It's really strange. Okay.
She's
My
got a
younger
blog
sister.
about it.
I have an announcement. With your shares, a new goddess was born. Her name is Uni. She's my younger sister. Hello there, my name is Uni. I'll do my best. She's a really good girl. So please support her too.
Buy the PSP. Oh man, did they make one for Vita?
And
if so,
I don't
does
think
she
so. I
has
think it would
boobs on the
just
back?
be Uni. It might be like an upgraded version of Uni or something.
Yeah, that
like
would make
but-
sense.
Yeah, I think they stuck with these core characters. I could be wrong, but I think they literally, once they made them, stuck with them, and then every so often they'll update the designs more than anything.
Yeah, that would make sense from what
You want
we've
to do her
seen.
voice? Or
What's this? It seems like you need my help. Okay.
Add Coliseum fight obtained.
All right. It's a plan to an accessory. Hey, sis, that's a bit too much. What is it?
Oh god.
Okay.
Uni's improvement plan.
I don't know, that's probably just all of her particular ribbon colors and stuff.
Could be it. Let's see. So she said that's an accessory?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's over here.
By the way, the invisible cloth and invisible ribbons that we need for a lot of the extra plans in here for accessories and outfits are from those little Pac-Man ghosts in a specific area, the specific type of the Pac-Man ghosts.
A lot of the items in this game are dropped by one enemy in this game and only one enemy in this game.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
It's a pain in the ass. If that had not been the case, we wouldn't have the issue that we do with like the Donkey Kong stuff.
Also, a lot of them just feel like they give them names, but it's just, this is the drop from this thing, and this is the drop from it's like they give you a token to prove you beat them, and that's it.
So this is a doubtful planner. You want Uni's accessory? Make sure you adorn her nice and cute, you hear? And the description is a set of designs Noir made for Uni. Noir's tastes aside, these aren't that bad at all. ... And then it leaves out of the box.
It's probably just extra bows and hats and whatever.
Yeah, so the Last Station Patrol, though, I did notice is required for all of these.
Huh.
So we have to go buy a bunch of those if we want to keep getting any of the Uni stuff.
Okay.
But then they take pigment, which we actually do have a little bit of, so...
And it just makes different colors.
Yeah, and it probably just makes different colored versions of it. Which is fine, I guess.
Yeah, let's go buy that and see what it looks like on her.
Okay. That's an accessory, so it's not there. It is,
It's at the bottom of the hanger.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why the fuck it's
They're
like
all
that.
in one really long list.
Right.
So it's was it Last Station?
Oh, hey,
Patrol?
these are Uni things as well.
Oh.
So Star Scrunchie, Uni only a scrunchie with stars on it. A white cat ear accessory, and an accessory matching Noir. It was made to invoke the image of music. Because music was a big thing that they pushed on the PSP.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you remember that,
No.
but half of the selling point of the PSP was you could take your music anywhere now.
Right. It did not come before the iPod, right?
Actually, I don't remember. I think it
Okay.
came out when I was... What was it? I was 16, I think, when the PSP came out. So maybe? Maybe. I don't remember. Black hairband. Uni only. I'm not doing this because I like you, Master.
What?
I don't know.
I'm glad you read that out instead of making me read it.
Yeah, Uni only. A headdress with distinct purple ribbons on the sides. Weiss beret. Uni only. A beret with a cute ribbon. Is that beret or beret?
Beret.
Okay,
like the
beret.
hat.
Because one R. Is
Yeah.
that the difference usually? Yeah.
And no, it's BARETTE.
Okay, so
usually?
butterfly motif thing. Fox ears for
Fox
Uni.
ears. That's kind of cool.
A miniature hat suitable for aspiring princesses and gothic lolitas. Violet crone. Okay. This crown tells girls to shine even brighter. Amethyst ribbon. Red eyes. Red eyes. A fashionable pair of glasses.
Oh,
It
it's
looks
just the
smarter when you put
disguised
these on.
glasses.
Yeah. A life of the Last Station Patrol.
Yeah, I want to see
that was
Last
the good
Station
one, right?
Patrol.
Yeah.
Because we're going to need to get it eventually anyways. We
Yeah.
might as well just have one.
Wait, there was only one that actually increased her stats at all.
Huh. And it's the one that's
The
supposed
young
to match
lady
Noir.
ribbon. Yeah. But yeah, we could check what that one looks like. So Uni is all the way down at the bottom.
That's a really weird portrait for her, considering how nervous she looked when we met her.
She has a gun!
Is she our only gunner?
It's a
We
long
finally
range
got a
rifle.
gun.
Yeah, we finally got a gun. It's a long range rifle.
Because she's portable.
Holy
She can go
crap.
anywhere.
A next-gen rifle made for long-range shooting, small and light, making it easy to use. Uni's treasured bangle given to her by Noir on her birthday.
Which was today.
A prototype next-generation badge made in Last Station. This is Last Station's popular brand. Okay, so the Last Station...
Oh, shit!
Yeah. So she gets a little hat. Last Station Patrol versus the Black Circle.
I
like this
kinda,
actually. That
yeah.
looks really good.
I like the idea that we now have a tiny anime girl
Ooh,
with a
she's got a
military
CPU
hat and a
form.
gun.
Check that out. Oh god,
that's
she's
quite a gun.
I couldn't
Is it
even
a
tell what
gun?
it was. It looks like it might be a rail gun.
It also looks like it could easily be a sword.
Yeah,
it, could
it
be
looks like it
both.
could be a giant sword, but I think this is meant to be a rail gun because it's got the lead up and then the split at the end. I'm gonna guess that it breaks open and then fires a huge charge.
Probably.
That's
That looks like
insanity.
what they're doing.
Yeah, okay.
And none of the other random...
Not a lot of stuff going on there,
the CPU equipment doesn't fit her the way it fits the
no,
regular form.
not quite, yeah.
Because if you guys don't remember, like the cardboard stuff and the wind stuff or whatever, like they fit on all the 4 main people, but they don't fit on our DLC characters.
No, they don't. Yeah.
So they don't fit on these guys either, I guess.
So this is just for the power, so yeah. Yeah, she's got nothing. She started at level 1.
Huh, that's fine.
Yeah, well, she'll gain levels doing anything. But
Yeah.
holy shit, so we got a new character. That's cool.
Let's put some quests in and see if we can
Leanbox got
tip...
some stuff.
Oh,
A cat.
yeah.
It's a plan to change the items you can get in a dungeon, yeah. Find out what you get with this, yeah. It's important to get those, as it turns out, because if we don't, we're absolutely fucked.
Yep.
Great.
Is there anything...
If I click that, we're gonna go straight into the event. So.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, because that one's got an event on it. Do
Yeah.
you want to see the new place?
I wanted to put some quests in and see how far we can tip the percentages towards...
Lowy specifically.
Yeah, Lowy has...
You are going to be surprised at how low that's going to be. So here's the thing, right? So we have to report quests, and we can sort them, but it doesn't really do anything. Well, even if we click these, it doesn't always actually give us, like, plans or shares, specifically. It'll just give us where they are.
Okay.
So sometimes that is totally where they are, but sometimes it isn't. So
it says
if you
here.
look at the shares, yeah. So this brings up Play Neptune and brings down Other.
Yeah, and
That's
others gives us
usually
nothing,
fine. Yeah,
right?
because Other gives us nothing, so things like that are totally fine. But when you start to get into things like this, it's like, okay, well, that's Last Station. Other doesn't give us anything, but it's good to have something in Other so that we can pull from it for other people.
Yeah, that's true.
Last Station is, like, engorged right now, so we do not want to turn this one in because we do not want Last Station getting any bigger.
Okay.
So then we got, like, Play Neptune going up, but Other's going down. Here's the thing. Other was only at 22%, so if we keep pooling into Play Neptune, we're going to have to start drawing out a Play Neptune for Lowy, because if we have any more that are taking things out of Other instead of, anything else, then it's going to be a big pain in the ass. That'll
do that
increase Other, but it takes down Lowy.
Yeah,
this
and-
one pumps Other, but takes down Play
And
Neptune.
Other's not going to give us a character, I'm almost positive. Like, it
No,
doesn't
not
seem
at all,
like
because it
could.
starts out at 100%. This is Play Neptune going up and Lowy going down. Last Station going up and Lowy going down. Lowy going down. Lowy's not even involved in any of these. Lowy going up and Last Station going down, but we don't have that one completed.
Oh. Whoops.
Let's see. Everything here. Lowy going up and Last Station going down. We don't have it.
Oh, shit.
Lowy going up and Play Neptune going down. Do not have that one. Lowy going up and Lean Box going down, and we don't have it.
A bunch of these are just scummy little scrub monster items.
Here's also the issue with that. These are scrub monster item, like, garbage things, but it's only worth 2% on top of that. Lowy is, like, the hardest one I'm noticing to have its shares actually go up.
Weird.
It's such a pain in the ass, and they do not want to take from Other, because this is, like, one of the only ones we have that actually takes from Other, and it's 1%. And it's like, that's not even really worth it, to be totally honest. There's so much little, like, you have to literally look at everything involving this and figure out, like, what the best, like, spreadsheet stuff is to make this work.
Okay.
It's something that we are not going to be able to get this working right away. It's going to take us a while before we can actually get this correct. Like, this would be the best case scenario for us right now, is pumping into Lowy and taking out of Last Station, which is over engorged, like I said, which requires the death of ice whales, apparently.
I don't remember where those are, but it's probably easy to find.
I don't know, and honestly, I'm scared that at some point we're going to find out that a lot of things like this, maybe we're getting the quest for it, and we don't have the zones.
That's true, too.
And if that's the case, then we might be fucking, like, just unable to do this stuff without going out and scumming it for, like, 1% shares from stupid little places.
So, we'll try. No guarantees.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna make an attempt at least, but yeah.
Yeah, my current idea... Shouldn't she be behind Noir? Do they have
she
Lily rank
starts
5?
with 5, but you want to build her up with other characters.
Yeah. I mean, we don't go in and make sure each of the characters has a high rank with each character. Usually
but
we
it's
just stick them with
good to
someone.
have it like that.
Yeah.
Once in a while, anyway. Oh, wait, I said it's a noir. I meant to set it to,
Yeah.
what's her face? Okay. There.
Yeah,
Now it's Uni. She just hits things with her gun.
Seriously?
Yeah. Actually, I just realized it's probably not a good idea to put her up in the front of the party.
Yeah, not
Because she's
right
so
away.
incredibly weak right now. That's actually probably a really bad idea.
Yeah.
It only just now occurred to me. I'm sorry. But it's nice to see what she looks like.
Yeah.
Where did Vert go? There she is. Okay. Yep. Okay. Alright. I like that Neptune has like a tiny little Istor sitting on her head.
Yeah, that's probably
It's
the
still
best
super
item.
cute. Yeah, I agree.
The only way to get better is if we get one of them for each other character, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
No, I don't think so either.
It makes sense for Histy because she's already, like, tiny and plot relevant. Or at least that's how I've been interpreting it, is that she's literally book size, but she isn't when she's on the battle
I think
screen.
She is.
Gonna beat ya up.
But yeah, it's the best. So what I was thinking, and I explained this to you, and you were not too fond of it, but after we've cleared this game, we know we've talked about it, right? We know there's multiple endings.
There's 2 endings.
Yeah.
According to what people have told me.
You're
Yeah.
alive.
And we're not going to play through the entire game on screen a second time to get it. We might
probably
have,
not.
after we finish this, at some point later on, a bonus thing where it's like, oh, here's the dungeons we weren't able to get before. Here's the characters doing, like, attacks we maybe didn't see before. Here's a swimsuit on a girl, I guess. And then show the final ending.
I don't feel like it's a good idea to have to go through the whole game a second time, because I think we could do that just with saving.
You mean like going back to our older saves? Because we've been rolling our saves.
Kind of, but more what I meant was, if we really want to, we could just save right at the end of the game before the final boss fight, and then once we get I'm gonna guess we're gonna get probably the negative ending to begin with. I don't know if there's actually a bad end in this game, but we'll probably get the equivalent of that. And then we'll just restart from where we were, meet the requirements for the good end, and then go in and do the good end.
Do we know what those are?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Don't tell me them yet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. The people have spoiled me on it, so it's just.
Yeah, like I don't mind
It's
the
just
spoiler.
something that happens. I love you guys to death, those of you in the comment section, and I like that you leave comments. It's a little bit weird when you leave comments that are literally just spoilers.
I personally
I'm not
don't
going to yell at you for it.
I personally don't care about spoilers in general, but I don't want them said in the video, so
Yeah.
like, don't tell me.
Well, it's like sometimes it's like, oh, well, that's
Win again.
like absolutely terrible, and
We
then
got a
sometimes it's
genius
like
brain.
sometimes
Did you
it's
see
like
that?
that's actually necessary, and I totally understand when it's necessary.
We got an accessory called a genius brain, and I want to
Yep.
help topics.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, I meant to do that. I had select instead of start.